Okay, so we're going to just go over some general rules about how to do these different kind of things. Because this is our coordinate notation, and we need to know how to do coordinate notation for each one of these different kind of things. We need to know how to use the words, and we need to know what it does on the graph. So we're going to start with 2, 1. And then it says, the first one is translate left 3 units. Well, if I go left 3 units, left is this way. It ends up right here. Well, so what I did with my coordinates is when I'm going this way, that's the x-axis, and this end of the x-axis is negative and this end is positive. So that's going to be x minus 3 and y. We can see that with our points also, because our original point was 2, 1, and if I minus 3 from 2, 2 minus 3 is negative 1, 1, and that's where I ended up right here. Okay, the next one. What if I start here and I go to the right 3? This is A. If I go to the right 3, I end up right here. To the right is going toward the positive end of the x-axis, so that would make an x plus 3. So going to the right makes x plus 3. Oops, this should be up, and this should be down. I didn't write that in there. Up would be start here and go up 3. Well, that's going in the positive y direction, so that's going to be, I'm not changing x, I'm just going up 3, so that's x and then y plus 3. And if I go down 3, that starts right here and goes straight down in the negative y direction, and that gives us x, y minus 3. Now, reflections are flips, so let's start with the point 2, 3. What if I flip it across the line y equals 0, which is the x-axis? So this line right here is the x-axis. That's also the line y equals 0. You do need to know both of those because it asks for both kinds of questions on the test. So if I reflect it across that, well, it's 3 away from the line there, so it's going to be 3 away from the line when I get done. And here's my point. Well, what happened to it? Well, this went from 2, 3 to 2, negative 3. So what happens is the y ends up negative. What if I go across the line x equals 0, or the y-axis? That's this line here, and this is also the line x equals 0. So I reflect across, it ends up right here. It goes from 2, 3 to negative 2, 3. So that goes to negative xy. And if I reflect across the line y equals x, the line y equals x is this one right here. This is y equals x. And if I reflect across it, it's going to go straight across like that. It goes from 2, 3 to 3, 2. So exactly what happens is just the x and the y swap places. So instead of 2, 3, it's 3, 2. And finally, if we go rotations, and we're going to go counterclockwise on all these, we're going to start at 3, 4. Here's my point. If I go 90 degrees counterclockwise, counterclockwise is this way. 90 degrees is going to take me to this quadrant here, and it's going to take me to negative 4, 3 right here. And if I started at 3, 4, what happened? Well, I switched the signs, so I switched these, the x and the y switch places, and the first one changes signs, so this one is the one that changed signs. If I go another 90 degrees here, I end up at negative 3, 4, and that's a total of 180 from where I started. And what happened with these numbers here? Well, it stays in the same order, and it's just both of them turn negative. If I go another 90 degrees, I end up here at 4, 3, so that's a total of 90, 90, 90 is 270. And what happened from my original? Well, they swapped places. So it's y and x, and this is a negative 3. So the second one's the one that changes signs. And what if I go another 90 degrees to make 90, 90, 90, 90, that's 360. Well, I end up right where I started for x, y.